Okay, today, oh, stand on. APB movie review. What are you doing here?
Oh, I thought this was a movie review.
No, I was actually going to give my opinion on why movies based on video games very rarely work.
Well, if there's one thing YouTube needs, it's somebody else's opinion. Okay. Well, get on with it then. For over 20 years, we've had a slew of movies based on video games, but so far we have never had that one great movie based on a video game.
And here's my theory on why it very rarely works. For one thing, they're hard to adapt. I mean, most video games nowadays go for over 10 hours. You have to condense it down and keep the elements of the game intact, which can be a hard thing to do. I mean, you can't make it exactly like the game. I mean, what's the point? I mean, the best thing to do is take elements from the game, but make it your own. That's what the original Resident Evil did. Some people might not agree with it, but I think it was the best approach. I mean, they didn't really introduce any characters until the sequels. But with the first one, they took elements of the game, but made it its own thing. And whether you agree or disagree, I thought that approach actually worked for the Resident Evil movies. Even with the early games like the original Super Mario Brothers and Street Fighter, they had to make their own stories because, to be honest, they didn't really have much of a story. I mean, Street Fighter was just a beat 'em up, which really had no story, and Super Mario Brothers was basically rescuing a princess from a castle. And when they adapted the movie, it was nothing like the game. The only thing that was similar to it were the names of the characters, and that didn't work. And another thing you've got to do is make it accessible to people who may never have played the game. Like, for instance, I went to see Warcraft. I've never actually played World of Warcraft. Shocking, I know. But I was a bit confused by the whole lore, and that's the thing. You got to make it accessible to the casual film goer as well as the gamers. Even with Assassin's Creed, everybody thought that was going to be the one that was going to be the one great movie based on a video game. But it wasn't a bad movie, it wasn't an awful movie, it just wasn't a great movie. I think the biggest mistake with Assassin's Creed is they decided to focus more on the modern day stuff than the stuff in the past, which anybody who's a fan of the games knows that's probably the least favourite, which I just thought was a very strange decision on the filmmaker's part. I still hope for the new Tomb Raider reboot that's coming out next year, I think it was. And I also hope they get Uncharted right. I mean, that has probably the most potential. But the argument is with that it's already cinematic enough, so it might make it into a movie. But I also get the feeling we might be disappointed. Agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again soon. And thanks to APB Movie Reviewer for being here. Yeah.